Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues.
I saw Sombrita, she was so
tiny.
And Papa told me that she might die. But I had this inside me.
I had this feeling. I had to save her.
I had to try.
Okay.
No, like literally every time I wear pigtails, this while I am doing the braids, I'm
singing Sombrita. Guys, Sombrita was the pet of Josefina, which was the first American Girl Latin-inspired doll, and Beba's favorite.
My first American Girl doll, I think, was Josefina.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect.
You know what? It might have been Gothi's. Actually, my first one was Samantha, like the whitest of all whites.
The whitest of all. The Barbie of American
Girl. Yeah. There are some problematic things with American Girl dolls if you really look back, but I still love them. I still love them.
The patriarchy, when you have an American Girl doll, you don't feel seen. You feel overlooked in every way. I know. It's terrible. It's part of my terrible parenting plan that you had every American Girl doll, every accessory. Yeah. Yeah. And we still do. It's in Kathy's house.
We really, look at this. I'm God.
You have to close that.
It is closed. It is closed.
Is it going down or up?
Down. Should I go up?
Okay. If you go up, it will. Yeah, it redirects the light. It's crazy how that happened.
Oh, I have to get up.
Oh, yeah, you have to get your ass up.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I started putting the blinds facing down, even though I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping, the blinds going down means more light coming in.
Yeah.
But it's given me this beautiful waking up experience where it's the light sort of starts shining in before my alarm goes off. Probably
of course.
10
well, that's
minutes.
the best way. That's the best way to wake up.
It's really nice.
Sleep, super dark, and then have your butler come in and slightly open your blinds so the light wakes you up naturally.
Not my butler. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, let's get started with the show, shall we?
Let's do that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mommy Issues. This is a podcast where I talk to my mom, and she tells me I suck, and then I tell her that she's wrong.
Okay. When did you get that jingle? It's so great.
Isn't it good?
Do you ever get any messages about people telling you that you abused your mother, that you call me out constantly?
No. Do you?
No.
I got somebody in the comments saying the other day, Beba, stop singing. And I'm like, okay, that hurts my feelings, but okay.
Oh, wow.
Hey, look, the glare is still coming in.
No, but not like before.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll stop singing.
Anyway, I don't know. We started today with a song and it was great. We're good. Gorgeous. I think maybe they just want me to join in the singing.
That's what it is. They're like, if you're going to sing, do a duet. Okay, we have so much to talk about. And as per usual, I'm on a time crunch. So let's get into some highlights and lowlights. Why don't you go first? Because let me tell you something. I have a lot to talk about for highlights and lowlights. It's not going to take up the whole.
I'm going. I am going to spare everybody my highlights and lowlights. I don't have anything major. I have a UTI. That's my lowlight. It doesn't frickin' go away. That's it. You go.
Okay. So I'm going to start with my high because it's simple and it's quick. My high is Daddy's in town.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. He's driving up today. I think he was in Paso Robles or whatever. And so he's coming tonight, and then we're going to spend the day together tomorrow with Lola, and it's going to be great. I'm excited.
Awesome.
My low, this is story time. First of all, my low is going to be something else. So I'll just say it because I do think it's an important thing to address. My low is that there is now a tissue box next to my bed. I've entered the phase in my life where there's a tissue box next to my bed. And I think that that's I'm a little too young for that to be happening, but it's happened. Do you know what I mean? The phase in your life where there's a tissue box.
What's leaking?
My nose, my everything.
That's probably allergies because you live in that hellhole that is called Los Angeles.
Okay, well, So it's also because I have a toddler who is constantly sick and I'm always
Oh,
like
that's true. So
sniffling and whatever. And also, I started the show. I know I'm so late to the game here, but I started Love on the Spectrum and it's like I
I'm
can't
obsessed.
I can't get through one scene without crying, even if it's not sad because it's just so
It makes you
pure.
happy.
It's
How,
so
how I've told you about this. Isn't it incredible? That's how everyone should be, where there is no, no pride, no ego, no nothing. This is, I'm amazing and I want to ask you on a date because you're amazing and we would be amazing together. And it's like, awesome. I love it.
it's like this distilled version of like who everybody is deep down inside, but we have so much ego and pride and
Hang-ups
insecurities. But like, I don't know, it just reminds you of like, oh, that's how everybody really is.
inside. Yes. Deep inside in
Yeah.
places we don't talk about at cocktail parties.
Yeah. So obviously I have to have a tissue box next to my bed because I'm watching stuff in bed and I'm like crying or I'm sniffling. It's like a whole thing.
Okay.
My low now, as of yesterday, trigger warning. This is about
Me?
I'm just gonna no.
Oh,
It's I there's no trigger warning. It's more of like I don't know what ended up happening at the end of this. So like it's quite a story. Yesterday I was driving home from work, like probably 5 minutes. I arrived home 5 minutes before we had to go pick up Lola, which was like so exciting. I'm like so happy I got home before that. Park my car, go inside, change really quick. Me and Jolene start walking to her daycare, which is just like a block and a half away. We're walking down the street. We see a dog coming towards us, like kind of far away, but you can kind of see its like collar is glistening. You're like, okay, it's got a collar. Maybe the owner's around the corner. We keep walking, no owner. And we're like, okay, well, now we have to find the owner of this dog. Like, whatever. We both try to like approach him and he's just like a little, fidgety and
scared.
he doesn't really want to whatever, but we get close. He gets close enough to me where he's like smelling my hand. I'm petting him. I'm like very slowly trying to like see the number on the collar and then he like gets spooked and runs away and I'm like, ugh, it's time to go pick up Lola. We can't just like be whatever. So we're like, maybe when we walk back, he'll still be here. We pick up Lola. We're walking back. There's a woman like in the middle of the block. You can see that she's like kind of like trying to get the dog. Like someone else has gotten involved. I'm like, okay, good. There's someone else trying to help. So we're walking, we're approaching, and I'm like, oh, have you gotten the collar yet? And we're like, we were just trying to do this. She's like, no, I'm trying to like see whose it is, whatever. We're talking. She like the dog kind of walks away. She gets a little close to it. He doesn't really realize that she's close enough where she can actually get the collar. She goes to get like grab the collar. He gets spooked, runs in the middle of the street. In that
No,
moment, a 90-year-old woman, like must be 90, hits the dog. I see a dog
no,
get hit by a car.
no.
I'm holding Lola, so I immediately turn around because I'm like, I don't want her to see this. I start like upon seeing it, I immediately start crying. The woman who tried to get the collar starts crying. This 90-year-old woman who's like just hit a dog starts sobbing. John Liam like goes immediately to the woman who hit the car, like hit the dog. The dog like springs back up and runs away. So we don't know if it's like her, maybe it's running off of adrenaline. 5 seconds, I'm not kidding. 5 seconds later, a car comes and goes, have you guys seen a dog?
No, no, Beba, I can't. Why do you do this to me? I
I'm
really can't. I'm a very emotionally unstable person right now. No.
it you have no idea. My whole everything happened so fast. And we were like, yes, the dog just ran that way. And he's like, is the dog okay? And everyone was like, we're like, he just got hit by a car, but
And
like
she started crying.
it's a guy driving and then there's a woman in the passenger seat and you see him turn and like the light is shining on this woman who just starts going like crying like her dog just got hit by a car. Chaos. It was chaos all happening
Hey,
in 30 seconds.
okay, did they find him?
This is the thing. We have no idea what happened. It is like me and John Liam could not stop talking about it. Every time I kept like seeing the image of him getting hit and it felt
How
like
hard did he get hit?
here's the thing. It was a 90-year-old woman who wasn't driving extremely fast. She was approaching a stop sign, so it was a slower thing, but the dog got hit by a car. Like,
But he
oh,
ran off.
he ran off. He ran
Well,
off.
that
So
doesn't mean anything. People can talk with half their brain out, for a second or two.
I mean, it
I don't know
was
why I said that term Hannibal Lecter, so I'm sure it's true.
John Liam's biggest concern was this 90-year-old woman. He's like, I'm so scared that that just like devastated her. I'm scared she has no family. I'm scared she has nobody to talk to. And then
It's sad for everybody.
it's sad for everybody. And then this woman who like was trying to get the collar is like crying because she's like, I did this. I made him run in the middle
Oh
of the
my
street. And I'm
God.
telling her, I'm like, you did nothing wrong. Everybody was just trying to help. I was doing this not 5 minutes ago. It could have been me who did that. Like, don't feel bad. And we all just like after everything happened, the car turned around to go find the thing. The 90-year-old woman drove away. Me, John Liam, and this other woman are standing there like, okay, I guess have a nice night. Like, what do we do? There's nothing to do. Like, we were like, I want to
I
follow
mean,
up with
just
everybody.
right. I mean, if just walk around, I don't know. I need to know. We all are gonna need to know.
I keep looking on Nextdoor because like
Yeah, next door
usually
always,
people
yeah.
will like post like, have you seen a dog, whatever. But that dog must have escaped for like 30
Minutes
minutes.
before.
He
Yeah.
was like fine. He was a little spooked because it was clear he didn't know where he was, but it wasn't like he was so skinny and it looked like he had been like sleeping outside. None of that.
Right.
He
No,
had
no.
just
Right.
escaped.
And the owners were looking for him immediately.
We're actively looking. It's like your worst nightmare for your
When
dog
you
to
said to
escape.
that, I'm sorry to interrupt you. When you said to the man, he just got hit, how was his face?
He was it seems like the dog was maybe his mom's because the woman in the passenger seat was older and he
Oh,
seemed like maybe he was like 50 or something. And so when we said he got hit by a car, he like immediately did a U-turn. And while he was doing a U-turn, you could see the woman in the passenger seat who had her windows down and she just started going like that, like crying. It was the most
for
devastating.
an older person to lose a
No,
dog is tragic for everyone, but
it's
it becomes such a companion. It's
of
whatever. I know.
course. No,
Dogs
it's
are the
so
most
sad.
amazing thing. And it's like, it's so hard because they don't know any better. And you have to know, my
Yeah.
dog is so scared of everything. So, but
Yeah.
he would never leave the house, he
Because
won't
he's too
go.
scared. Yeah.
Right. He's just like, whatever, I
But
like
this
it
dog
here.
seemed that way too. It seemed like it just was like a fluke. It's just like the thing that I think about is when your dog escapes, your worst nightmare is like, well, I hope it doesn't get hit by a car. And it's like
Right.
for
That's
all of
it.
that to happen, it was just
That was our fear with Bayfield because we
oh.
lived on, yeah.
But Bayfield would escape through the back and then come right back through
Back
the
to the
front.
front door.
And you would
Yeah.
hear a bark from the front door. You'd open the door, you'd be like, what? He
What are you
wouldn't even
doing?
he would never even run away.
No,
He'd be like,
no.
I have it too good here, guys.
I've made my dogs very dependent on me and my children too independent.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Anyways,
All right.
that's really my low. It was
That's a very big low.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's transition out of that. I had to talk about it because I'm like, I was lying in bed last night and I could not, it was in a loop in my head. How could
Replaying,
it
yeah.
not be?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Let's get into some gossip, shall we?
Okay.
First and foremost, Sophia Richie is pregnant.
Who? Oh yeah,
Sophia
Sophia Richie.
Richie.
Yeah.
She's having a girl. And let me tell you something. She did a TikTok video of her gender reveal, which was just her and her husband, which is how it should be.
She screamed like a crazy person.
Yeah, but it was the first time that I saw gender reveal. I was like, that was cute. Because she was
Oh.
so excited.
Right.
She was so excited
Is that
to be
what
having
she
a girl.
wanted?
I mean, I'm assuming she did. A
Okay.
girl. She's having a girl.
Okay, cool.
Not much to say
Awesome.
about that. So
That's it. All right.
okay. Second thing. The Chiefs. Actually, Taylor Swift is going to the Super Bowl.
Taylor Swift is actually probably not going to make it to the Super Bowl unless she gets her flight from Tokyo in time to make it. But I think she's going to give it the old college try.
She's going to give it the old college try. And we got to
but
see
he's not going to the Grammys.
No. Which, interesting.
Well, come on. He's in the thick of it.
Yeah, he's in the thick of it.
Yeah.
We got to see them kiss.
Yes. And her say, love ya.
Love ya. You want to hear something crazy? The Super Bowl will be Taylor Swift's 13th game that she's gone to. You know how 13 is like her number?
Oh,
she's a witch. I don't even understand like the numerology of Taylor Swift. Like I really believe that she's a witch.
I honestly, like every time I see her, I just find her fair. Like with the puffy bangs and that hair that looks like a little mop, and then it's like too much makeup. Well, I wear makeup, but I'm saying too much makeup for how unkempt the rest of her look. I don't know. But she looks like, you know what she looks like? Un palo escoba with like a mop, like an upside down mop to me, with lipstick, with red lipstick.
Well, people have like issues with the way that she dresses because they're like, you are the most famous woman on the face of the earth, and like you don't use a stylist.
Yeah,
And
make an effort, man.
but I was listening to a podcast, The Lady Gang, and they were talking about this, and I was like, this makes so much sense. Taylor Swift is the every woman. The reason why her fans connect to her so deeply
Right.
is because they feel like they can be
It's
her. They can
accessible.
connect to her, right? So like
Yeah.
to put on a label or something that's like outrageously expensive, she's like, it would make her this thing that you really can't touch or get close to. And her whole
Well,
thing
that's
is
true.
like, we're all the same, guys. I'm singing
Yeah,
about
I'm just
things
throwing
that you
something on.
experience. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I guess
which,
maybe that's the theory behind the hair, but
yeah, the hair is
yeah,
something else. She's
yeah.
never going to get rid of her bangs. She's never going to get rid of the red lipstick. That's going to be like a staple. She's kind of like it's like
I mean, I
a,
could see her when she's 90, looking
yeah,
exactly the same
but it's
with
like Dolly
wrinkles.
Parton. Like Dolly Parton has like an image and she's like this, it's like a thing now where you can see a silhouette of Dolly Parton. You're like, that's Dolly Parton. I think Taylor Swift is that. You're just
Oh,
like,
you can see a silhouette of me and know it's me. It's like the mud flap girl, like the mud flap on big trucks, like that.
ah,
That's me with the
that's
feet
you.
like this.
That's
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
That's a great silhouette.
I know.
I wish
It's
people would be like, oh yeah, that's Beba. That's
yeah.
Beba. So yeah, excited for the Super Bowl, excited to see if the Chiefs win, we're gonna see we're gonna see an engagement this year.
Why? If they lose, we're not going to see an engagement this year. That would really suck.
No. I just mean like after all of the hubbubaloo of the football of it all, and they get to really like come together and hang out without all of
Yeah.
this shit, they're gonna get engaged.
Okay.
I
Okay,
believe it.
good. I
Um,
um I care a little more than I want to, you know?
yes, I
Like I'm
think a lot
trying
of
to
people feel
not
that way.
care, and it's like whatever,
Well, it's like
whatever.
in your it's on it's everywhere you go. It's everywhere
I
you go.
mean,
So even
listen,
if you don't want to care, you got to care.
the Super Bowl is, obviously one of the most watched events ever televised, but I think as many millions, hundreds of millions of people that watch, I think it's going to be up more than
Oh,
ever.
are you
Because you
kidding?
don't, like you'll maybe watch a few of the commercials and watch the halftime show, and that's it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. But now
Oh
we're
no.
going to be watching each quarter to see
Yeah.
hugging, like,
Yeah.
come with me.
Okay, and then the last thing I have for gossip is, you know that Justin Timberlake came out with a song called Selfish?
I know. And he won't apologize for anything. I saw that. I'm
Yeah.
super on top of pop
You
culture
really are.
and
Well,
celebrity gossip.
did you see that? So he has a song called Selfish, and then Britney Spears has a song called Selfish from like, I don't know, 13 years ago or something crazy. The fans made Britney Spears' song Selfish come right back up to the charts so it would go above Justin Timberlake.
I saw that.
And let me tell you something.
The power of the internet.
I think that we're being a little hard on Justin.
I think too. I'm going to his concert.
You are?
June 15th in Miami. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, don't go crazy. I'm not going to any Justin Timberlake concert, but
Well,
I
I'm
do
not going
think
for that reason. I'm just going. He invited me.
is Jake dancing for Justin? Is that why?
Oh,
Oh, okay. You really are just like a fan of JT?
yeah.
Really? Did you already buy tickets?
Yeah.
I'm shocked by this.
Okay. Well, I'm also going
Okay,
to go see Mark Maron in Charlotte in June.
that makes more sense to me. But
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake and you, I didn't realize.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well, whatever.
I just think that we look, this will go into the Vanderpump Rules of it all. Like we'll do a nice little transition. We really, as a society, we build people up in order
To tear them down.
to tear them down, not beyond tear them down. It's like stab them, punch them, gunshots
true.
to the head. Like we're like, wow, you're amazing, and now fuck you.
Right.
And
And that's why the most important thing you can be is resilient, because people are so fickle and so full of shit. They love you today, they hate you tomorrow,
yeah,
and you have to love you. And
Gotta
so
love you.
that is steady. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever. Your love for yourself and the people that matter, because everybody else, we're all full of shit.
We're all
All of
full of
us.
shit.
All
We're
of
all
us.
full of shit. And guess
And
what? We've all made mistakes. And I think that
so many.
we're holding Justin's feet to the fire, like beyond holding his feet to the fire. His feet are on fire.
Right,
They're
exactly.
they're
They're
actually
little
like,
stubs of ash.
yeah, it's ash at this point. And I think
Yeah.
like, look, Britney's book came out and like there honestly wasn't that much. It was just like there was stuff about it. They were in a relationship. They were very young. And I think we need to give people grace.
But
Okay.
don't you, I agree with that. But do you know what people want more than grace is publicity? And
Yes.
whatever triggers people to talk about all this stuff is what matters. And Justin Timberlake has had a bit of a, kind of, he hasn't had a moment in a long time, and he
Yeah.
needed this moment, and he saw an opportunity, he took advantage of that, and so that's fine. It's
Yeah.
cool.
I just feel bad for him.
It brought attention to his thing, and then momentarily the Britney Spears people. And you know what? Like, I understand that people support Britney, but Britney's insane. Do you know what I mean?
I know
And so
exactly
why
what you
should
mean.
so
I know
why should
exactly what you
we,
mean.
why don't we support her by helping her get some like mental health, not just being
Well,
on her side?
listen, we've talked about this. I do believe that Brittany has to be under a conservatorship. I don't think it should be her dad or any
No.
person in her family because they're toxic, but I do think that she does need some support. And
Yeah.
I think to like take everything she says as like,
Verbatim.
right. I,
Fact.
I think that we need to like take a step back and like realize who we're dealing with. I
Can
love
somebody take
Brittany.
away her
She's
Instagram?
she's been through a lot, but like let's just remember who we're dealing with here,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
She's a little crazy,
Yeah, she
okay?
is. She is. And then, the dancing, the thing,
The nudity. She's like
it's
sometimes
very hard
posing.
for me to watch. I just feel that she needs her mom. Like,
She
I
needs
understand. I don't know
well,
what the relationships are and stuff, but
not
she
good.
needs somebody.
She doesn't need her
She,
mom or dad, I'll tell you that, or her
okay, well,
sister. She needs just somebody who
and not a
genuinely
man
cares
that just,
about
yeah.
her. Yeah.
Well, you
And
could be her
her.
best friend.
I'll be her best friend. I'll be her
Yeah.
best friend. I'll be like, girl, you're crazy. She'll be like, I'm not crazy. And then she'll write a whole book about Brittany versus Beba.
And then that would be an opportunity for you.
Do you know that
Perfect.
I not been thinking about, I thought about what my memoir would be called. Do you want to
What?
know? It's pretty good. It's going to be called The Day My Eyes Turned Green because the day that I gave birth, my eyes changed color. Like they used to be hazel, but like not really. And then now my eyes are so much lighter than they used to be. So my book is going to be called The Day My Eyes Turned Green because it's really about motherhood and how it's changed me. Come on, that's really good.
Yeah, it's good. I have the
It
name
is
of
good.
mine,
What's
but I'm
yours?
actually working on it.
Oh, okay, okay. So you'll reveal it later.
Right.
Lola loves her selfie.
No, that's coming out soon. Kathy just did the final edits.
Okay. Okay,
Like, the book
let's
is done, but there's some changes. So
she put a period and a comma where there needed to
no,
be a
she
period
did
and a
actually.
comma.
Actually, she did.
I
She did
believe
it.
it.
Yeah.
She's great at that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into Bravo bullshit because there's a lot of stuff. We had the premiere of Vanderpump. We need to talk Beverly Hills and we need to talk Miami. There's a lot.
Okay.
First let's talk Vanderpump. I think we
Yeah.
should talk about the premiere of Vanderpump.
Right.
I got notes, but I want to hear just general thoughts. What did you think of this episode of the new season? We're coming off of the
Scandival.
Scandival. I think it's like 3 months after things have happened.
Right. I just don't like Ariana anymore. I think Ariana has
We've built
milked
her up.
this as much as we could milk it. She can milk it. She has benefited tremendously from something that happens. How many people who
everybody.
even listen to this podcast have been cheated on repeatedly, or have been cheated on in a public even way within their circle, or somebody left somebody for somebody else's sister. I mean, this happens, and nobody ends up with endorsement deals and Dancing with the Stars or as Roxy on
Broadway.
in Broadway. So
No, it's
yeah,
unbelievable.
enough. enough, girl. You're not that talented. She's not. She's not
Well,
that anything.
and we talked about this when everything started happening because we were like, we are building this, talk about building somebody up to tear them down. It's like it's inevitable that you get too high, you're gonna lose the oxygen and you're gonna come crashing down.
And the
And
thing is enough of him. You know what I'm saying? He has been beaten to a pulp.
that's how I feel. Like I just don't think that Tom deserves this type of like crazy scrutiny. I don't
No.
believe it's what Lala said at the end of the Super Tease. She said, I've never experienced someone who gets cheated on and then suddenly she becomes God. It's ridiculous. It's
Right.
ridiculous. I think they also said she's a patron saint of scorned women. It's like
Right.
I
She's
think
not.
she represented something like you said that happens to a lot of people, and like it obviously was in a very intense way. He cheated on her with her best friend and they were together for almost a decade. Like there's a lot of factors
Yes.
in it, but it doesn't mean that she deserves, not that she doesn't deserve, but just like it's a lot. It's
I
like
just think that she was more affected by the public scrutiny or the embarrassment of it and the rejection that whatever, but I don't think she cared about him that much ever. I don't think she was ever that into him.
that's that's the other thing. Ariana is like not a super like evolved person. And even just the fact that from Scandival, like only a couple days later, she
She met
started dating
somebody.
somebody else, and now she's asking him to move across the country for this woman is not dealing with anything,
No, she's
dealing
not.
with no
She's not.
emotion. She's not feeling anything. And like, I just think it's, I don't know. I think like if we're gonna say patron saint of scorned women, shouldn't we also say like, let's see you go through the feelings. Let's see you come out of this instead of like, let's distract you with every endorsement deal with
Right.
Broadway, with all this shit, so that
Yeah.
you never have to think about it and you never have to go through the hard part of
Yeah.
being cheated on.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
agree.
healthy either. I just think it's like a little too crazy. And then like hearing Shorts talk about the aftermath of this whole Scandival
And
thing,
it's so bad how much it affected him.
it affected
He's
their business that they like, we saw them kind of really struggling to get it together and then they finally did, and then for it to be the hub of like
hatred.
hatred,
And yeah. And right.
it's too
Uh
much, it's
I
too
feel bad for
much.
Schwartz. I like Schwartz. He's my favorite person on that show, continues to be. I like him. There's something about him that I like. And I don't know. I predict him and Katie will end up together at some point, but everybody is trying so hard to be the next big storyline. Katie now making out with some girl and all this. The desperation for storylines is something that loses me, and I understand that maybe people like that, but even on housewives shows, I just like to see how things evolve. Like there are enough issues when you put that many women with big egos together that you're gonna get stuff without having to fabricate it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's also like you see in this first episode everyone very much believing their own hype. Like Vanderpump got
Mm-hmm.
nominated for an Emmy. The Scandival thing was everywhere, that you had like if you were walking down the street, you saw it somewhere.
Everywhere. I mean,
And
on CNN.
yeah, and you see
Yeah.
them believing their own hype now and they're like, we're the best. I don't know. Listen,
The
I'm going to keep
show the show was dying a slow death before this
yes.
the 10th season. That's a
And
reality. And
they
now there is how do you live up to that?
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I still think it's a good show. Listen, I think there's a lot of breaking the fourth wall stuff that happened this first episode, which I enjoyed. Like I like Sheena talking about how she's on antidepressants and stuff. Like that was really vulnerable and honest, and like I don't know. We're seeing things happen.
Yeah, and apparently we're gonna see issues with their marriage, her and Brock.
Oh yeah, because Sheena hooked up with Schwartz. There is so much incestuous things happening in this friend group,
Yeah.
and it's all
It's
secret. And like,
yeah.
I don't know, it's like Sheena to be so fucking angry about the Raquel Ariana Sandoval thing when she hooked up with it's so bizarre. Everyone
Oh
just
my
is,
God. When did
is
she hook up with Schwartz?
I think she was probably still with, I think she had just started hooking up with Brock. I don't know. It seems
Oh,
like
okay. It's not now that they're married and have a child.
no, I don't think so. I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
she would do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of people who, I mean, invented storylines, which a lot of people are accusing. Are you done with Vanderpump?
No, I'm not done with Vanderpump.
Oh,
I have
okay,
a couple more
okay,
things to say.
okay.
The James and his girlfriend living under a flight path.
Crazy. That's something you would do.
No, it's not. I thought they are children. They are children who are
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah.
everybody has a house, so we should get a house. This is the one we can afford. Oh, it
It's
makes me really
crazy. They
sad.
bought it.
I think they bought it. I
She's
think
had
they
a
bought
glow
it.
up.
She's so dumb.
I know. Well,
She's
is she
got
dumb?
she's with him.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why she's dumb. No, I don't think
Yeah.
she's dumb. I think she's dumb because she's with him. She's a baby. She doesn't know what's going on. She has no
Yeah.
idea what's going on.
Yeah. No, she
Her
doesn't.
eyes are closed. She's walking around blind. She's going, I'm doing everything right, right? Can you tell me am I
Am
doing
I
everything
wearing,
right?
do you like what I'm wearing?
Yeah. Is this good? Is this house good? Okay, great.
But he's still nice to her and she's having fun.
For now.
So who
For now.
cares? Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
Is that all the stuff you had to say?
What?
Does he have more stuff for Vanderpump?
And then the other thing I had to say was I thought Tom gluing his penis flute back together is a very telling sign that he is exactly in the same place that he was when he cheated on Ariana, and he has no desire to change after what he did. That to me was very telling. He was like,
I didn't see Sandoval till the end.
yeah, but I'm saying Ariana said his assistant glued his penis flute back together and put it right back up.
Penis what?
He has a flute that is shaped like a penis. And
What's a flute?
What's a flute?
Oh, a flute. A flute. I thought it was some paraphernalia to smoke pot or something. You mean an actual
I mean an actual
musical
flute.
instrument. Okay.
Yes. And it's shaped like a
like
penis.
one time in band camp.
Sure. And last season, during the scandal of it all, Ariana's friend broke it in half. And then his assistant in this episode, we found out, glued it back together and put it right back up on the shelf. And to me, I don't know why. I just said, that is a man who will never change, who doesn't want to change, who doesn't realize the repercussions of his actions and like how he maybe should be a better person. None of that. He just said,
because he wanted to
put it
fix his
right back up
penis-shaped
there.
flute.
Yeah. He said, put it right back up there because that's who
Okay.
I am. And I said, okay.
I don't think he's going to change either.
No,
I just don't think that he needs to die for his mistakes or be forever, just it's horrible to be a pariah forever. Like it's horrible. That's horrible.
God damn it. Why does my mic keep getting disconnected? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Go on. Who did you want to talk about now?
Well, I wanted to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because, a lot of people are saying and speculating because Morgan Wade removed all the pictures and then Kyle removed all the pictures that there's trouble in paradise. I think Kyle came out and said that it was because artists do this anytime new music is coming out.
Yeah, she didn't just delete the photos of Kyle Richards.
She deleted
everything.
Right.
Which people do that. That's like
But then why did Kyle do it? She's an artist.
No, I do think that there's probably something happening. And I think that's what's happening.
So you don't think it's a fake storyline?
No.
I've never thought it was a fake storyline either.
I think that they were probably together. I think I don't know if you saw the clip of Kyle Richards on Jeff Lewis. I think it was this week.
Yeah.
She was talking about her marriage with Mauricio. This is what I think is happening. I think Kyle needed to
take a break,
take a step back from Mauricio, see something else and feel like somebody loves me, somebody appreciates me, somebody thinks I'm the hottest thing in the world and I'm the coolest shit ever. And then now it's fizzled out and she's like, okay, well, at the end of the day, she
doesn't want to lose Mauricio either.
She loves Mauricio. She does.
But it's not only that. It's like he's become. Like he's now this person that's super, he's different from the person that she met at the beginning when they had like no money. He's, he's got now this
hot shot.
He's got a swagger about him. And I'll tell you, she does not want to see him go with somebody else, perhaps somebody younger. She won't be able to handle that. And so there's a part of it that I don't think it's just like, oh, I needed a break and now, I really truly love him. I think she doesn't want anybody else to have him.
I think she was punishing him is what was happening.
Oh, okay.
She was being disrespected and she was being walked all over. Cheating allegations, him messaging other girls on Instagram. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And she was like, I'm punishing you. Now I'm going to go hook up with a girl, you piece of shit. You can't even compete with a vagina, but at the end of the day, I do think that she wants her family together. She loves Mauricio. I do believe that. And I think it sucks that he's changed with all the like hubbubaloo of like,
Yeah, his business and traveling. I mean, he's grown so fast.
He has. And I think that's frustrating for her because she's grown so much too from where she started. I mean, obviously she comes from like in a different way, but I believe that Kyle has kind of stayed at the core who she is. Like she hasn't changed. If you watch season 1 of Beverly Hills to now, she was more insecure in season 1 and she's more confident now, but she's still Kyle Richards. Whereas I think Mauricio, like the Vanderpump kids, is kind of believing his own hype. And that to me is so unattractive.
Oh, that's a typical man thing, you know.
And maybe he has to go through it to come out of it.
He has to go through it. We all have a right to go through things like that.
I agree. But I think it's just her being like, I think she's kind of coming back to it a little bit and being like, she doesn't want to throw it away. And I think probably the end of the Morgan Wade of it all makes her really not want to throw it away. She doesn't want to be alone.
I don't think that Morgan Wade has ended. She liked her too much. You think it's over? We won't hear about it anymore?
Oh, I don't think we won't hear about it anymore, but I don't think they're
Maybe
not
they'll
together
bring
anymore.
Morgan Wade into the whole. Mauricio would love that.
He probably would. No, because I think they had their own thing. I don't think so. But
okay.
My hunch is that Mauricio and Kai will get back together, whether it's this year, next year, the year after that. At the end of the day, they are going to end up together. That's what's going to happen. Because I really do believe in their love.
Yeah.
They've really
let me tell you,
a life together. They've built so much. Like I don't know. I don't see Kyle throwing that away. And it doesn't seem like Mauricio wants to throw that away.
No, it's 27 years and, you know, 4 children and all that. Yeah. I don't know what happened to her daughter. Wasn't she supposed to have a wedding? I think the daughter broke her engagement, but nobody's talking about that.
Yeah, which
is fine.
By the way, we'll see it on Buying Beverly Hills. We'll see it. That's probably why they're not talking about it. It's the way Kardashians don't talk about their drama, so you can tune into the show.
Right.
It's a very smart thing.
Very smart. I think that I thought the episode was, I thought that Erica is so funny.
Oh my God,
Merce
Erica.
In the purse. I mean, I have never laughed so much. And let me tell you, Paella Daddy was hot.
Oh, I disagree. Listen,
well, I know you thought he was chunky and whatever, but there was
no. You could just see he does this with everybody, and I saw right through it. He was playing his game with everybody. Storm, on the other hand.
Oh well, no, but that's like a 12-year-old.
I know, but he was very cute. His little like chef outfit. I was like,
the whole scene. How much I would have enjoyed that dinner there with people that are smart and are just talking about actual stuff.
And Erica Jane, like just like coming with facts and questions.
That was super funny.
Erica Jane may not be like college educated.
No, she's smart.
But a curious woman is the smartest woman. You can tell that in her entire marriage when she was sitting with these like diplomats and whatever. She was
could handle herself.
She was asking questions without an ego because she was like, I don't know. So I'm going to ask you a question. And that to me is a very confident woman, a woman who is not afraid to be like, what is that? What are you talking about?
Right. But the thing is she is articulate and she knows how to express herself. And so she comes across as smart. I've always thought that she was smart.
I love Erica Jane this season. I love her. I love like, we haven't seen her drunk like this in a while, but she's like a great drunk. She's nice.
She is. Yeah, she's nice. She's funny.
Like, yeah, she wants all the attention, which is fair. She looked beautiful. Her body in that dress. I want that dress, by the way.
Let me tell you, Dorit's face. I think Dorit is so jealous now suddenly of everybody. See, the thing is that, I find Dorit to be jealous after everyone lost weight on Ozempic or whatever they lost weight, whatever they did. Fuck. She's like, shit, that was my thing. I was the skinny one. You know what I mean? Totally. I was the one that didn't whatever. And now I see how she looks at them and I could tell. I think she's jealous of them.
Wow, interesting. I don't know. I find Dorit to be so into herself that she does not see anybody else but herself.
No, I do. I saw when Erica came out and she like looked at her like that and everybody was, when she walked out, she's tall and she's, she made an impact and all the guys that were there, the gay guys and whatever, straight guys, they were all like, whoa. And she didn't like that. Yeah, now her hair is darker, when you're used to being like platinum or whatever, you need it. Like it becomes like part of who you are. And if you go back to a brown color, you're just never going to look the same. I love it. Her hair.
I love it. It's so beautiful. But I feel like you should do that color. That color would look really pretty on you. like a darker, I mean, I like you blonde. I'm just saying that would
Oh,
also
I
look
go
good on
back
you.
and forth. So sometimes it's darker, sometimes it's lighter. But with her, I think that I like it a lot, and I think she looks younger, and I think she looks whatever. But I think she's a little bit insecure
Mm.
from the day that these women showed up to that Eagle Woman thing, and they were all
Yeah.
skinny, and
Episode
she's like,
one.
"What is happening?" Yeah, and
Being
then
skinny was my thing.
yeah, exactly. That was me. I didn't have any problems. I've designed bikinis for a living, and I can
Yeah.
model them too. And then Anne Marie, I don't know. I can't.
I'm
She
so
looks
over
like a
it.
man, to me. I know that
She doesn't
whatever
fit in
that's,
this group, man.
she doesn't make sense. Why is she taking her dumbbells on a trip or whatever when honestly, look, I
Uh,
understand wanting to have toned arms, but really she looks like a linebacker. So that's the physical thing. And we're
okay.
not supposed to say that stuff, but she's digging a hole with herself in all these interviews about the whole anesthesiology shit. Every time
It's
anybody
too
has an
much.
issue, I'm just sick of her.
It's
I'm
also
sick of
like
her.
with the crystal thing having like really high blood pressure, which was like a scary thing. It's like, wow, oh, how the tables have turned. Like not one day ago we were talking about how you're not a doctor, and now like Crystal needs Anne Marie to help her through this thing. I don't think Anne Marie was helping at all. I don't think
Of
she
course
knew what
not.
was going on. And you know what? And what she did when she was in the van, she's like, I don't want her to get high blood pressure and then like die or something. And Kyle was like, what do you? Don't say that. She's right here. That's not what a doctor
That a
would
doctor
do.
would never say that. A
And
doctor would
by
never
the
say
way,
that.
I don't think a nurse would say that. You have to be
Oh,
sensitive
but
to
she's
your
not a
patient.
nurse. What is she?
An anesthetist. She's an anesthetist. I think Anne Marie is like she's smart, and I think that she probably watched episodes of the show and she said she had an idea of what she had to do and she's doing what she thought it is, and it's not that, and it's
Right.
not
She's got to
working.
go with the flow. Right. She
Yeah.
thought she would be that person, that was what she would represent. This smart person, this
No.
educated person that then could be, and it's
But
not. She's
and that all may be true, but it's coming across truly the
forced.
opposite of what
Yeah.
she thought it was going to be. And like even the clips of her talking about Sutton's esophagus for like 40 minutes with Crystal and Garcelle, when you have the lack of awareness to like understand social cues and what's going on, like you're not my vibe. Like
No.
I cannot be with a person who cannot read a room. And I think that's like the biggest sign of like, oh, you can't have like a real friendship because you're like you don't know what's going on ever. You're not attuned to somebody else's emotions or what's I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like
think
I'm over Anne Marie. Anna Maria. Anna
the
Marie? I don't know.
Anne Marie
I
or
have
Anne
a
Marie, I
friend
don't know.
named I have a friend named Anne Marie. That's why I keep wanting to say Anne Marie. And I
I
love
think
my
it's
friend Anne Marie.
right. She's not obnoxious like that. But
Not at all.
to her defense, just for a second, I don't really like her, but I think that the first season, Housewife is a housewife.
It's hard.
You don't have you. It's not only that; it's that they don't give you time anymore to evolve as a character or whatever. Where you could be not come in so strong, not come in, like here I am, just kind of
Yeah.
develop friendships little by little and let it evolve naturally. They don't give you that time
It's
because
not
then you're
happening
a
for her.
dud and you're boring and then you're out.
Yeah.
So
It's also like when this season first started, do you not remember I was like, I like Anna Marie. I think I liked the lunch she had with Kyle. I don't know. I liked her husband and the relate whatever. And then when she started like doing the esophagus thing, I was like, oh, I'm out because you're doing forced drama and I hate the forced drama. And it's a very season one housewife mistake to be
it
like,
is.
I need to make an impact. I need to make my voice heard. I need to make sure I kind of have something to say at the reunion
Yeah.
instead of sitting as a dingleberry at the end of the couch. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I think and she continues, like she went on Watch What Happens Live and they asked her about the whole Nicole thing and then she spinned it,
What did she
she
say? I didn't
spun
watch
it.
it.
She spun it. She said that she wasn't talking about how, the clout was about clout chasing. It was about clout chasing because Beverly Hills has these great ratings and Miami is,
Oh,
just he
bad.
goes, and the numbers don't lie and the ratings don't
Oh,
lie.
wow. So she came for her.
Yeah, she did. Well,
Okay.
Andy asked, and then yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't
Interesting.
seen it myself. Somebody told me, but that's the gist of it. That she
Interesting.
blamed it on that. She wasn't saying that she was more than Nicole. She was saying that her show was better than Nicole's. Which again, shut up. You've only been there 5 minutes.
And also that might be true, but Anna Marie, it has nothing to do with you. The numbers have nothing to do with you, girlfriend,
Right. In
at
fact, you might
all.
be hurting the numbers.
Exactly. It's like
Right.
the numbers would actually like spike up if we got rid of you.
I
Are we
agree.
being too mean? I don't care.
I don't care.
Also, I was shocked again, like not Garcelle bringing up the Dorit thing again.
I know Garcelle.
Oh my
Garcelle
God.
is like,
She
I don't know what's wrong with
really,
her.
it's not, she just
She used to be my
really,
favorite.
really, really doesn't like Dorit. She really doesn't like Dorit. And she's just like trying to come for the race card for her. Like she's trying to bring her down. And I
Yeah,
thought Dorit
I
had
think
a
she handled it
very,
well.
she did it perfectly. She was not defensive. She said, look, you are characterizing me as this thing. I just want to be clear. I'm not this thing. This is actually what I am. But I understand what you're saying. And if
And
I
thank you
ever
for
offend
saying
you,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
please tell me because I don't want you to feel that way. It was perfectly handled.
I
And
agree.
if Garcelle brings it up again, because I think she might bring it up at the reunion again. If you let Garcelle fester a little bit, she hates
Well, she
Dorit.
has nothing else either.
She needs
She's
to
not.
just let it go.
Let it be
Let
that this is
the
one of
dog,
those seasons where you're not in the forefront.
what's that thing? Let the mouse go. What is it that Sutton
Let,
says?
wait, it was a
You've
thing.
had your fun. Let the mouse go.
Oh, like a
You've
cat
had your
reference.
fun.
Name them.
Wait, can we talk about Sutton's friend Trevor, who I love so much?
The bald guy?
The bald guy, the southern bald guy. He's like,
Just
oh my God, this thumbs up. Trevor is the cutest, sweetest man. He's a Southern man who moved to Spain, and he was like, "Son, you've really come into yourself. You're not as you're more confident than you've ever been." I was like, "What a beautiful friendship! You haven't seen somebody in so long. You go to
I
Spain, you're
know.
like, come over with your friends, and it's like you pick up right where you left off. Ah, I loved it.
There's nothing like a good gay friend.
Oh, I love
It's
a
the
good
best
gay friend.
because women are so competitive and men, it's the best relationship, honestly. It's so honest
I hope
and
nobody gets
supportive.
offended by us saying that, but I really do. I love God. I want to surround myself with gay men only. I
Me
mean, not
too.
only. I love my friends, but if I had to do, just kidding. Kenny, shout out to Kenny, who I
Shout
fucking
out to
love.
Kenny. I love Kenny too.
We love Kenny. Okay, let's talk about Miami.
Okay. I forgot, but you have to remind me. Is that the one where the church and all that
They
shit?
went to church, an
Hmm.
emotional church, and also the boat ride with Lisa after signing her settlement papers, having an absolute meltdown. Ugh.
Is that the one she said, I'm trying to help animals?
She goes, I was trying to help animals because I love animals.
Animals.
Lisa is
She's,
unwell, the
but she's
most
funny.
unwell housewife of all time. A woman who is her nervous system is so deregulated. We need to
Yeah.
get this woman into acupuncture
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
She
Something.
needs to
Something.
cry. She needs
Yeah,
to
but she's in
cry.
the to her, what's happening on the show and what's happening in real life, it's like there's a lot of stuff. He sued her for defamation and
Lenny
there's
is
a
a
lot of stuff
monster.
going on.
Lenny
Yeah.
is a fucking monster. And I feel horrible that she has to go through any of this.
Yeah.
But I think, like, I don't know. I think you have to take care of yourself too. If you're signing settlement papers and it's going to affect you, just be like, guys, I'm going to tap out for a couple of hours. I'll see you at dinner tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, obviously, this is an evolved person. We're talking about housewives, so it's different. I'm just saying that's really what should be happening. Like, hey, I think I'm just going to take a beat because I'm doing something really intense right
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to put anybody through this shit. And that's obviously no, we're getting better TV than that. But yeah, man, she's
She,
just really going through it and taking it
and
out
it's a
on
lot.
everyone.
It's a lot what she's going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, and a lot has to do with a person's capacity to handle it.
Mhm.
But it's a lot for anybody. It's a lot for anybody.
I
But I think she's completely unhinged. And
I
I
agree.
hope, I don't, I'm not feeling that I like Jody and I think he's a great guy. I don't think Jody's the one.
Oh,
I just
now
got that feeling.
you're
I used,
changing your tone because you used to. That's what I'm saying. She's pushing
yeah,
him to the limit, and he's
yeah,
like, there's only so much patience that somebody has until it runs out,
yeah.
and it's running out.
It's just that she's obsessed with Lenny. And you know what? There's a lot of things. I mean, I have no skin in that game at all. And it triggered me a little bit. Like I just saw the other day a post and I don't even follow him, but it came up on something where he's in Costa Rica with that girl, that
Yeah.
woman that he's with, and the two children, all four of them on horses and
Oh,
whatever.
no,
And it
no.
was like a
That would trigger
beautiful
me.
sunset picture. And I'm like, if she sees it, and I'm sure she
Devastating.
saw it. That's a lot, man. It's your children
Uh-uh.
with
Uh-uh.
the mistress. It's a
On
lot.
like a beautiful vacation, which is like she stole her life. She stole her
Yes.
life.
She stole her
And at the
life.
end of the day, no matter how poorly she was treated, Lisa wants to be with Lenny.
Oh, she does.
She
That's
wants to
it.
be with Lenny.
Well, that's why I think it's not going to work with this guy. I do kind of think she wants to. I mean, this is again just my opinion. I don't know. I
It's my
saw them
opinion.
together. No, I saw them together, her and Jody, and it looked really, they seem very into each other, but it could be an overcompensation.
It
I don't know. I think
is.
it's getting old. I think the whole thing, there's a lot of real world stuff, not just going to, out to dinner and out to fun clubs and looking pretty. There is like moving and children and all these logistics that take away the romance from life generally. And I don't know that they're equipped for that.
That's why I think when you get a divorce or you go through something like that, you kind of have to go through it before you start again so that you have the
Hmm.
bandwidth to do it. It's giving Ariana Maddox. It's you're
Yeah.
jumping from one thing to the other because you're so scared of being alone. You're so scared with sitting in those feelings. And that's unhealthy. It always
And I
bites you in
thought
the ass when you
when
do
they,
that.
did you ever watch the episode of Watch What Happens Live when it was Larsa and Lisa, and then Marcus and Jody were the bartenders?
Oh, yes. Oh my God. That was a trait. That was
That was
so hard to
that was
watch.
so telling. We have
Oh,
sex all the time. We have sex
oof.
all whatever. Whatever. And as much as I wish that I could save Marcus Jordan from Larsa, because I do want to save him from Larsa,
They're
because
they're
huh?
happy. I'll tell you
They're
this.
happy.
They are happy as
They are
ever.
happy and connected,
And that's all
and
that matters.
that's all that matters. And they will end up together, with whether he wakes up at 50 years old and goes, "What the fuck did I do?" Which is very likely. But
Mm.
for now, he's in it and
And
they're
he's
happy and they only have eyes for each other. And I think they're gonna end up married.
on the other hand,
Next season is Larsa's wedding.
yeah, oh, for real. And then Lisa and Jody during that Watch What Happens Live episode was like, please believe that we love each other, that we have sex all the time, that we're really happy. And she was like, wait, this isn't fair. Nothing's fair. Lisa
Yeah,
is
I
a
know.
child. Lisa's a
Listen,
child.
Watch What Happens Live. I don't know why it doesn't get, like, because people are saying like their ratings aren't great or whatever. I don't know why it doesn't get better ratings, only because number one, it's a short show,
It's a short
and you see
reunion, is what it
and
is.
and you see real shit. You
Yeah.
can't hide the stuff. Like one of our listeners, a friend of the show, she had posted, "Did you see Alexia and Sofia Vergara on the show?" And I had not watched it, and I went back to watch it, and it
I
was
haven't
very
seen it.
cringeworthy. Sofia Vergara never made eye contact with her, never really wanted to look at her. And she was trying to talk to her in Spanish. She never responded in Spanish. She was trying so hard. And it was so uncomfortable to watch, because when they put them together on the same show, all of a sudden Alexia thought, I'm at the level of Sofia Vergara. And it's like,
No,
yeah,
ma'am.
they would have put
No,
me there, and I
ma'am.
know that I'm not at the level of Sofia Vergara. I know that I'm there as a, kind of a token Latina to accompany this superstar
Totally.
Latina. I know that. And so I would act accordingly. But she just, la
But you're
pobre.
right. It's like the Watch What Happens Live episodes are you get to see the cringe because it's the unedited. It's not like jumping from scene to interview where it kind of feels like seamless. It's very like
It's live. Most
I
of the time it's live. And look, the other day Jeff was on, and apparently Jeff,
know, I saw that.
let it know that he was going to be in an episode of something, and Andy's face was like he was shooting daggers at him. It's like, stop. And it's like, oh, what? I fucked up.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I love
But
it. Yeah.
yeah, the Lisa thing. Also, I know I've said this many times, but like somebody please, for the love of God, explain to me the Adriana Emilio Stefan. Why are we pretending that Adriana's a pop star? It's real. I really feel like I'm watching like a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. It's so crazy. I'm not kidding. It's like I can't believe what we're doing. I can't believe it's also like when she's on the phone with Emilio, it feels like
It feels
It's
very
like a
fake.
dad. It's like being like, everyone, it's Emilio. Like, I know he's a huge deal. I think, yes, of course. I'm just like, why is he even enabling this behavior of like, yeah, you're a pop
because
star?
because it's Miami, and because just like Justin Timberlake, they haven't had a moment in a while, and he wanted it. I think that after the finale, you'll see. I don't know that there's that much going on. I do think Faya is a good song and it's catchy. I don't think this other song that Emilio did for her
Yeah.
has the same legs to go anywhere. And I thought the other one was good, but it's good maybe for the show. But this other one is just, I don't know. And I don't know why it is that every time that she performs, she has to dress like Brazilian samba thing.
No.
It just doesn't make sense.
She
But anyway,
doesn't. I just don't. I can't. I don't want to. I can't. I don't understand. It's very weird. Just, it's all, I do feel bad because I do think it's all Adriana has. It's like her belief that she is this pop star. I think it's a dream of hers, but
here's what I think.
uh,
As being somebody that's older myself, I think it is very
mm,
hard for me. And I don't know how it is for somebody your age to watch a woman that's, I think Adriana's 59 or 60, looks amazing, by the way, but you're still that age. And there's something about the way you move and the way you, whatever, that kind of lets people know that you're that age. And are you happier watching younger people, or do you like the old
I,
women?
I, it's not even about age. It's really
You
about the
don't care.
fact that like, I don't think that she can sing. I think she cannot dance. She has no commitment to like rehearsals. She's going into a rehearsal just to like wear an outfit and like try to do stuff for 30 minutes and leaves. That is not what a singer,
No, I know.
performer, pop star does. Like, if you have no commitment to it, it's clear. And it's clear that Adriana's like, oh yeah, I'm like a Miami housewife that wants to be a pop star. And then like it ends there. And
Right.
she's like, and Emilio Estefan believes in me, so now I'm even more credible, but I'm not going to put in more work because of it. An example, Kate Hudson has just released a song. She's releasing an album. Kate Hudson is probably in her 50s now. Kate Hudson has an incredible voice, is a performer. It makes sense. She's older. I'll go to a Kate Hudson show to
Yeah,
watch her
but
sing.
yeah, I
It's
think
not
50.
about age. It's
No,
about
I know.
talent. And Adriana, I'm so sorry, is not talented in dancing and or singing. And to be a pop star, you got to be one or the other. Lip sync your way if you're a great dancer, or sing and then don't dance with a mic, like be
Right. That's
one.
like
You
Taylor Swift can't dance.
right, but she tries and she has star power. It's
Yeah,
different. If you
yeah,
got star power, do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah.
There's nothing happening here with Adriana. And we're all like, yeah, Fire's a good song. No, it's not. Yeah, she's a performer. No, she's not. Emilio Stefan believes in her. Okay, because
I
he's
know,
trying
but
to,
I think
I
that
don't
the
know.
perspective of somebody that's older, like I feel like if this is something that she wanted to do, here's an opportunity and she should do
Sure.
it. And you want to applaud it. And then you're thinking from the perspective of somebody in their 30s, like I would put in all this work and I would whatever. She's just throwing, darts at a board very far away and hoping something will hit
Totally.
bullseye. And
Right. I
that's what you do.
100%. But then
Yeah.
why is everyone being like, yeah, you're amazing? I guess because they're friends, but they're not. They fucking hate her. And
They
then
hate her, but I
but then
think
they're
that they
supporting this. I'm so confused. I'm just
well,
confused.
you know why? I think that it takes such gumption and kind of balls
Oh,
to put on that
yeah.
outfit at that
Yes.
age and go up there and just do whatever she does. And no one, myself included, could ever see myself doing anything remotely close to that. And so you
Oh, you
applaud
won't
it.
catch me dead doing that.
Right, right,
No way. No way.
right. I think that's what it
Yes.
is.
It's listen, you do need a lot of confidence and I applaud her for that, but my God.
Yeah. So I like that. I got to tell you, I don't remember the episode that much because a lot, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. The one thing I do remember, which struck me, was when people freaked out about that island of the weird dolls, which I would have freaked out, and everybody was affected by it. Do you remember, like when they
Yeah, yeah,
go?
yeah.
The only person that didn't bat an eyelash and didn't care at all was Marisol.
Yeah.
Did you know? Like it didn't even like that's creepy for any human being. But
Yeah.
it's like I guess she's seen such darkness in her life, or her, whatever. I was just like, wait, she didn't even care that anybody else was freaked out about it. I would have freaked out too. I got to tell you.
I was freaked out. I was like, that's very scary, especially being on a boat with some, I don't know, it's weird. But then after hearing the story, I was like, oh, that's kind of like beautiful and also hard for the person who saw this kid drown and then trying to put
Right.
dolls up. Like that's once I heard the story,
No,
I was like, oh, that's nice.
it's
Julia
nice. It's still
having like
creepy.
a panic attack about it felt very warranted because of,
Yeah.
her situation. But like, yeah, it was that this whole episode was kind of weird.
It was weird. It was weird. Yeah.
I
How
will
many episodes are
say
there left?
maybe three. I
Okay.
think three. I will say at the church, the thing that got me, Gertie's obviously going through a lot, but the thing that got me actually was Alexia and the whole like Guadalupe thing. She was kneeling next to Gertie and she said, like, Gertie started crying and she was like, tell her, like, cry to her. And she said, she'll help you. She did it for Frankie. And that really,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
made me
For
very
sure.
emotional because I think in Miami, it's like your Catholicism as a Cuban, it's like it really is everything. And I think when you're going through a hard time, like I know with like my best friend Jackie, her family had a really hard time and they go to church. Her dad goes to church every day.
Every day.
And
Yeah.
I know that that's like what kept their family together and all this stuff. And I just like there is something about religion sometimes and like
Of
you
course. And
find
she did. She did. All she did was pray. I remember.
yeah. And the
I'm
fact
telling you.
that like Frankie is now like this person who's slowly becoming independent and all this stuff, like that must feel so good for Alexia to be like prayer works and like her faith is stronger. I don't know. I kind of thought that
Well,
that
I
was
think it's
really
important
beautiful.
that, yeah, when you feel like that you have nothing, else, that, your faith becomes very important. And I think from what I saw at that hospital, the first time, that night, the night of the accident,
Oof, yeah.
to now, he's a miracle. He's relearning how to live,
Yeah.
and it's amazing to watch. He is truly a miracle.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I found, I really liked that part as well. And I thought Gertie's been very brave to show all that. I don't think I would have been able to stay on the show had I had that. But I also think it's probably helped a lot of people,
Oh yeah. But
because
yeah, the stress that she's being put under with these women screaming their heads off about like feeding a dog, like it's beyond,
yeah,
beyond.
because the whole time she's thinking,
Why the fuck?
what
Yeah.
the fuck? I have cancer,
Yeah.
And a lot of people, there are people that actually say, look, well, that's all you talk about. Yes, that's all you talk
How
about. You
could
have,
you not?
right, how you have kind of like something in your body on the inside that's trying to kill you. So yeah, we don't care that you fed the dog chicken, you know?
And it's
So
like Gertie's always trying to reason with the women when like especially with Larsa and Larsa she can't get there. She still fights with Gertie as if nothing instead of like taking a moment to be like, let me empathize with
no,
this woman who has cancer and is going through a lot. Let me just like back off a little bit. She comes at her with the stupidest shit,
I think she
like
has
with the passion of a
sociopathic.
thousand suns. It's
Yeah.
insane.
I think she has sociopathic tendencies. I really do.
She's
I don't think
really,
she's a full-on sociopath, but I think that she's so self-absorbed
oh no,
that she
no.
can't see the forest for the trees. She cannot empathize with somebody else's issue. Like, I have cancer. How do you know?
I
I
think
mean,
she's
I
faking
wanted to
because she
lunge
was
at her.
testing me. No, no, no. I am an advocate for getting Larsa off the show. I don't think that she needs to get off of our screens. She does not deserve to be here. She is a bad person. Let
Well,
her
think
like
about it.
live her little life with Michael Jordan's son. Let's let her just do her thing. She's such a bad person.
And I heard she sucked on Traders, right?
I have no idea. I need to watch Traders. Everybody's telling me to watch
It
it.
says it's such a great show. I
I
watched a
know.
little piece of it, but I'm so rooting for Phaedra, because I love Phaedra, and I think she's
Yeah,
just so funny. She's so good in it.
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
No idea.
Anyways, that's it.
That's it. That's all we got.
That's everything. We did a lot. We hit a lot of things.
We did. What time did we go over a lot?
No, I think it's like a little over an hour. You're welcome, fans. Just kidding.
You're welcome, fans. We're gonna give you what you want.
Give you what you want.
No,
I'm
they said no
gonna keep.
singing.
Oh, right. Shit. Okay, sorry. I started the episode with singing. Like that's how much
And I sang with you.
I
I
know.
think that's gonna change people's mind.
Yeah.
The fact that I was part of it.
It's because yeah, the duet of it all. Our voices just blend so beautifully together.
Wait, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Fuck this up. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Can I don't want to do the
No,
the
please. No,
outro.
I want you to do the outro. Give me your outro.
Thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
We enjoy this hour and 10 minutes we have with you every week.
Where can they follow us?
Follow us on Mommy Issues the Pod. Follow Beba at Beba_Rod. Follow me at Anna Cooks, Anna ANAQOOKS. And please subscribe, review, rate, and watch us on YouTube.
Wow, that was really
Because
good.
otherwise we wouldn't even have to put on makeup. Today I was like, oh, I look, when you said I woke up ugly today?
Yeah, I
That
did.
you woke up
Can't you
ugly
tell?
today? I wasn't going to say anything, but I woke up ugly today too, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know who watches this on YouTube, but is it that many people to warrant us having to like make an effort?
My dream
Yes.
is for us to get rid of the YouTube so that we can just like come on and be like How Long Gone and then never ever
Have
have
anybody
a
see us?
visual element, but like the promos also.
Oh,
We
the
have to do
promos. Yeah.
promos.
Yeah. Okay.
So like
Okay.
it's a whole thing. It's a whole
I mean,
listen,
we're just getting started and we're already trying to find the easy way out. That's not us.
we're not just getting started. We've been doing this for almost 2 years. In March, it'll be 2 years. Just let
Two
that sink in.
years?
2 years.
You know what? We're committed to our craft.
Almost to a fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nobody can say that we just expect things overnight or that we're
That's
entitled.
girl, that's true. I will
That is
also
true.
say, like, because of my new job where I have to be on camera, I am so sick of looking at my stupid little face.
Oh
And
God.
I like sometimes I'm having like an incredible skin day and I'll like take a selfie and I'm like, I should post this. And I'm like, the last thing that people want on like on a Tuesday through Sunday is to see my stupid little face because they have to see
That's
it
not
on
true.
Monday. It's like
That's not true.
it's too much.
I think you're wrong about that, but okay.
Anyways. All
And
right.
I forgot to tell you my other highlight is Lola saying thank you.
Oh yeah, Lola has unlocked a new word. It's thank you, it's please, and it's apple. She goes,
Okay.
thank you.
No,
Thank
but wait,
you.
can we show it?
Yeah, I mean,
Just
listen.
show it really quick.
Okay, hold on.
It's just that she's just the cutest thing in the whole world. Here, I got it. Wait.
Thank you.
Wait, hold.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. She's so cute. Okay, I gotta go. She's got a doctor's appointment. I
Okay,
love you.
love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.